This is a tiny house. Come back here.
What do you want to say?
Hello.
I didn't have everything I needed to be able to tell our story, so we're going to try and do that here. You're an architect.
Yep.
You like it?
Yes.
Cool. Like it took us, what, a year of looking at different properties and talking about it? And I mean, I said we looked at probably 50 in person over the time.
It definitely wasn't that many.
Oh, so much for that. It felt like
We
50.
did. I mean, we looked at. We both were online all the time. Actually, pursuing something to get there in person wasn't that many. We looked at the large 175 acre.
Oh yeah, we wanted a contract for that.
Nothing.
Yeah, down
on
in
that
Aguilar.
property, and it was beautiful, but not like this.
What do we have planned? I mean, I've mentioned it in other videos. The remodel, dealing with this crawl space, which is, I still have not figured out how I'm going to approach that.
So chicken coop.
Chicken coop, greenhouse is the greenhouse is going to be the big one this coming spring. The addition, the other 10 acres that I really do not want to get rid of, if I can liquidate my company. Otherwise, we're going to have an interesting, because I work 7 days a week, 80 plus hours a week for about 2.5 months. Then there's a lull. And then for another month and a half, I'm working 7 days a week. It's going to be very, very difficult to get down here and get everything we want done on the timeline we're hoping for if I do not find a way to sell my business. That's really the only pitfall, because if I can sell the business, that gives me an opportunity not to have to sell the 10 acres. It gives us some breathing room, and then I can get down here and start doing what I want to do, producing life for us on our own terms rather than having to go service clients' sprinklers, which I don't want to do anymore. So there may be some tension on this channel, because I am going to fight tooth and nail to keep that 10 acres. I love that property. So it feels like home. I mean, this is definitely home, but the views down there and the rock outcrops are much more my preferred scenery than being in the forest. I like a more desert, rock-rich environment with, and the massive views of the Sangre de Cristos. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. You'll see. So
We also want a tree house or play area for the kids outside.
So to that, we have a ton of scouting. We haven't even really been able to spend any time on the property because it's been so snowy. We haven't really been able to work through the land and put posts and markers down like, oh, okay, this is something we can do here. We really need to spend like a good solid week or more exploring the land to find out where is the treehouse going to go. We already know where we're going to put the greenhouse if we can.
If the soil.
Yeah, it's possibly all rock. I don't know. Which means it had to be blasted, which means it's going to cost us $10,000 or $15,000 just to get down to do the earth battery, and that just is not feasible.
Hiking trails.
We're going to definitely need some hiking trails for Megan.
Four-wheeler.
We got some. I have a system of trails already plotted out in my brain that you've already seen some of it, but I have to be very strategic because I want to minimize the impact on the land, but also set the trails up to that I have maximum viewing of all the parts of the land, especially for hunting. And what's interesting, what I've already noticed is where I put my trails with my quad is where the animals are starting to now change their habits, and you can see their tracks going through it. So that's pretty cool.
Another early project that we need to get to is the garage. Big outbuilding that we're going to be using for normal household storage because this house just can't.
No, not yet.
So I'm looking forward to that, to having a really nice organization system in the garage.
Yep.
So that we can use it and we can still have the kids' toys.
Plus we have the insulation in the ceiling that only has a 2x4's worth of insulation. That's probably the very next thing that we're going to do. We've already got the water heater installed that I haven't put that video together yet. In the process of getting a local guy to come down and rip out all that mouse crap in the rafters, and I can clean that out, bleach it, and then we can attack that plan for keeping it. We'll probably do like a pipe tape. I want to start with getting the 10 acres finished. I want to get the land cleaned up, film all that, finish the cabin because it's going to be awesome. And that way, my friends and family that are coming out to visit have a place to go that's a lot more comfortable than it is now. It's not quite as comfortable as it could be, but it's an hour from here. So it's a beautiful drive, and it's some really awesome stuff that I really want to share. My beautiful wife. All right, let's go inside. Okay. There's the dog. So this is what you first see when you get in is the laundry. We have a washer and dryer, which is nice, in our electrical panel. And there's a tiny family here. Everything you see here will be completely remodeled. And we're going to start with the kitchen and the flooring. I'll probably put in radiant floor heating. But the views are great, especially those views. Small bedrooms, but it's okay. It's a start. The guy that built this house kind of didn't know what he was doing at first, so he made some interesting choices. But what's cool is imagine being a kid and growing up with that view out there. Isn't that nice? This room is so small you can't even see the whole thing. Here's the quote master, which is really the same size as the other one. Got a little TV in the room for falling asleep. Gives you an idea of property. And then, you know, we get to wake up to this view in the morning, which is really wonderful. Over here. So eventually, I think what's going to happen here is that will be an addition. That's going to make it a little less bright, but with the sunlight, it is really nice. What's going on over there?
It's easy to make her laugh. That's what's going on.
He does not seem amused, old Dookie. And here's the knucklehead. Sit. That's a good boy. Good boy. And then you go out this door here. And that's what you get to walk out to. It's a nice little property, but where I'm standing right now will probably be where the addition is. So we can either extend that. I think the idea is going to be to extend this roof line straight out and keep it there. I don't think I want to bring it out here. The hope is that down below I'm going to do a basement with a walkout. We'll do a walkout right here. There'll be an extra bedroom down there and a little place to hang out. The master will be right here, walk-in closet and bathroom downstairs. So we'll go from 672 square feet to, I don't know, somewhere around 1,300, and go from a 2-bedroom, 1-bath to a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I'd say it's time to take a tour. Let's see what kind of, so there's our small woodshed and some building materials. There's our garage, some firewood. Anyway, so this is the property. And there's the way in. Let's see if we can get a better view. I'm going to take a quick walk. Now I can't get through the whole property. It's 40 acres, is a lot of land. I built this trail like this because I wanted to keep the intrusion on the land to a minimum. So this 4-wheeling trail, I'm going to try and make stuff go basically with the contour of my land. Some trails right where the dogs are, that's a real steep. I want to cut some of that out. And then what's really neat here is I'm going to build a bridge going right across that little ravine. And I found a really awesome video that a guy made, not using any nails. So we're going to construct that completely without nails, so it's strong enough I can ride the 4-wheeler over. Gonna flatten that out a little better. But the hot tub's gonna go somewhere over here. I don't know where, but it's gonna be built into the hillside. And what I'm gonna do is basically have water flowing down over top of it, almost like a waterfall. The hunting here looks like it's gonna be really good. So that little ridge right there that you can see, that's also part of our 40. And right in between here and there is a huge game trail. I love that rock outcrop right there. Golly, I love it. My wife doesn't understand why rock formations appeal to me so much. You know, I can't explain it. I just find it to be magnificent. And that's one of my favorite parts out here is that ridgeline. It's just so cool. Kind of reminds me of Moab. Obviously not quite. All right, let's see here. There's the neighbors. Good guy over there, man. I love mountain folk. They're good, wholesome people out this way. Yeah. And can't see it, but Pikes Peak is right out in there. It's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. Pikes Peak. Yeah, the only one negative is one of my favorite parts of the property, which what I call the back bowl here. The neighbor's house is right there. It's not the end of the world, but it is kind of a bummer because the seclusion that I so long for out here is, well, not 100%. But yeah, so the property drops down over that hill, goes up over there, and this is the bowl. Let's see. Sometimes we get lucky. I've been within 60 yards of the doe here before, but didn't have a hunting tag, so I couldn't take them. And I didn't realize how low my meat was in the freezer. Otherwise, I probably would have put in for this unit, but it's really hard to get tags here. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see, but they usually hang out right down in there. I can see all the trail. That's where the girls hang out. All the deer, they hang out by the scrub oak and up on that hillside, and they like to just nestle on down by those trees. And then you know what else is awesome is that's 17,000 acres of public land. What's nice too is the dogs really love hiking. It's just so much better than being in the city. So the house is down over there somewhere. We're gonna walk through the woods to get down there. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you have watched so far and find our story interesting, we would love for you to like, subscribe, and share our content. We are very excited for all the projects we have planned. Next week, we will release a time-lapse tour of the house and property, as it is getting to be a little bit long of a video for now.